Hi everyone, welcome back to YC Cooks and Bakes. Today I am going to actually show you that blueberry pie that everyone keeps seeing in all of my videos. And I have a very good friend. Her name's Diane, and you know a lot. Diane is a lot of our friend, a lot of ours. And she asked me a lot, like several months ago, to do this video on how I make my blueberry pie. So today that is what I'm going to do, is to use up the rest of my frozen strawberry or blueberries that I had in the freezer. I'm completely tongue-tied today. But anyway, there it is. I have about 4 cups. You can use anywhere between 4 and 5 cups to make a really nice size pie. And I have 4 cups of blueberries, and I'll show you what I do with them. I'll bring you forward so you can see what I'm doing. And what you want is about 3 tablespoons of flour. So that they thicken, you know. There's 1, 2, and 3. Okay, and then also, you want to make them a little sweet just in case they're tart. So I'm going to get the sugar out if I can get it out. Okay. And the sugar you want to do, depending on how many blueberries you use, anywhere between 2/3 and 3/4 cup. But I will have all of this in the description for you. Okay, so that is our sugar. And I'm going to go ahead and start stirring these. And these blueberries that I had taken out of the freezer will have this flour for thickening and sugar for sweetening. And they'll sit for about 45 minutes. But that's okay, because in the meantime, I can go ahead and just make my crust and get my crust done. And you know how I do that because I've made crust several times before for like apple pie and things like that. So I'm just stirring this, getting this incorporated in here pretty good. And you don't have to put this on the stove in a saucepan or anything like that to make your pie filling, because once it goes into your pie crust, everything will happen, all the magic will happen in the oven. And that's the beauty of this type of a berry pie. And like, even if you use blackberries or something like that, but I'm using blueberries today. Okay, and I'm sure every whip stitch I can go ahead and, give it another quick stir, just to make sure it's getting incorporated so you can see what it looks like. And there it is. And I went ahead and I put some of the ingredients for the crust together, and I used my dough hooks. So I'm going to go ahead and process this at this time while we're waiting on the blueberries to do their magic. Okay, I just want to show you that probably with a berry pie, it's best to use your deep dish. And a lot of the deep dish pie plates, come with these fancy edges around them. But see how thick it is compared to some others. The others might go up this far. This has that extra lip on it. So I have that out. And I'm going ahead and you make... I'll have the ingredients in the description reflecting this too. But you go ahead and make enough crust for a double crust pie. And I'm just going to go ahead and cut it in half, because you're going to want some left over for the top to do your lattice work, in the strips across your berries. So we'll go ahead and process this and get this in the pie plate. Let's see here. And this pie does bake at 375 degrees Fahrenheit. And like for frozen berries, you can do like 25 minutes with like foil on. And then you remove the foil for another 25 minutes at 375 degrees. So that's how that's done. That way, you know, it doesn't brown too soon. You don't want to burn the top of your pie. Okay. And this has just water and salt and flour in it. And you can use shortening, or you can use margarine or butter to make your crust. Okay, that's probably pretty good right there. So I'm going to go ahead and take it and fold it like this. And then what I do is I just put my plate here and I scoop it in like this and flip it over. Just like that. Okay, and I let it kind of drop down in there. Now the next one we do that I roll out is going to be for the strips that go across the fruit. So we're going to wait a few minutes on the fruit to finish processing, and I'm going to stir it a couple more times, and then I'll bring you back. Okay, I went ahead and poured the blueberries in the crust, and you can see the syrup it's making. Look how wonderful that is. But this is what it looks like when I poured them in, so it fills it pretty good. And I have the other crust out here, and I'm going to turn you, hopefully, so that you can see what I'm doing. And I'm just going to, this top one, I'm just going to cut the stuff in strips, cut the pie crust that I made in strips, and lay them across. And then I'll show you how I do it. I guess I could have made them thicker than I did, but there's no secret number or anything like that. I can tell you that. Okay, so basically you just take a few strips and you put them across the top like that. I probably could put one more there. Put one way in the corner here. And I'm trying to beat the heat is what I'm trying, is if it sounds like I'm rushing. It is already hot in here. I got my dryer going already. It's getting hot. Okay, so what you do is you take, I don't know how I'm going to show you this because I don't have the proper stand for my camera yet, but you take every other one. So you take this one and then skip one and take this one and put it up, and then skip one and you take this one and put it up, and then you put a cross one and you flip those back over. Then you do the opposite ones. So let's go ahead and let's see. We'll put a crust, and then you flip these back over like so, so that it looks like every other one is done. And then you take the opposite side and you flip those. I have to think about this too sometimes, how I'm doing this. It's always like every other one, just so you know. Okay. So then you flip that. And I'm making, it kind of big because I'm trying to get this done. But anyway, see how it's every other one? Okay, and now this time, you do the opposite ones. So we'll go in with another strip. You just kind of work with it, you know, figure it out in your mind the best way you want to do your pie. And it's just every other one. So since I did 3 last time, this time I'm going in and taking the two opposite sides and going back with them. And then I put in another strip. There's another way to do it too, which I will show you sometime. Oops. And you flip them back over so you can see what the pie's looking like. See how it's every other one, so that it looks like it's going over, under, like that. Let me go ahead and get some of this mess cleaned up so you can see it. Okay, I'm back. I cleaned up some of the counter. Now, so you have the lattice work done on the pie, you know, with every other strip, and then put a strip and then flip the opposite ones every other strip, put a strip, and it's just, you'll do like this one, and the next time it's this one. So, you know, and then what I do is, instead of folding it under, which you still can do if you want to, if that's what you're used to, I fold mine inward so that see how it makes like a nice edge? I fold it all inward. And some of your sides will be bigger than others, you know. You may have scrap pie crust left over to add to some areas if you want, but I just keep folding it over all the way around. Okay, I'm back. I just used a simple, you know, the simple fork design that a lot of people use. You just go around the whole thing with a fork, and that's what I did. You know, just to make sure that it's scored in place and that the edge seals and holds together, you know. But you can see the design on top, the lattice work. And now the next step, you take a brush and a little bit of milk, and you go across the top of each part of your crust. And it won't burn, because don't forget, the first 25 minutes, you're going to have foil covering this, so it's not going to burn or anything. But what this is going to do is you're going to sprinkle a little sugar on this, and the milk is going to help hold the sugar to your crust, and it's going to look nice and sparkly and shiny when you're done. Well, I think it will anyway. So you just want to scantily put some sugar. Here's, I'm probably making a mess that I have to wipe up. You know me, I like messes. There we go. And you may, I don't know if you can or cannot see it, but it is glistening with that sugar. And I'm going to go ahead and bake this up. It's, like I said, it's a very hot day. I'm going to take a photo of it. And you are going to see a photo of this at the front of my video. And I hope you enjoyed making a blueberry pie with me today. Don't forget to look into the description for the recipe. And I'm glad I was finally able to make this pie for you, Diane. I hope you get a chance to make one day, and I hope you enjoy it with your family. Everyone have a really great day. Stay safe. If you're hot, stay cool. Bye-bye.